Okay, so now we're going to be working on the legs of the Geara Doga. There's a lot of parts here, and we're going to be working on them on its feet. And for starters, we're going to need this part here, and this poly cap. I'll go like that. Then this part will go over here, like so. Now, according to the instructions, there's another part that goes here, which is part of the trim part. And after you put that, you then put this one here. So this is what it would look like. This is, of course, parts that I'm going to have to probably remove after painting. The next one is this part here, which the instructions state you have to put it on like this, in this position first. And the reason why is once these two parts are together, like so, then you bring it down, because then you have this little hydraulic piece here holding it into place. And then finally you connect it to the bottom part of the foot, which is very detailed. So this pretty much completes the foot. There's another part here which is supposed to be the connection of the leg, but we'll do that later on. As a matter of fact, this part has to be removed. So the foot is done. Now, taking this long part here, followed by this part here, which needs to snap into place here like so. And then finally, you take this and hook it, connect it like this. But you need to make sure you smooth this out. Then put this in here. Now, this is how it's supposed to look like. We'll put this to the side and we'll get back to it in a moment. The next part is these two parts here. Once they're assembled, there's another part that I want to put on, and that is this, the umbilical. Now, I did mention before that I was going to put the umbilical on last, but I'm going to put this on now so we can see how the movement is with the umbilicals on. So here, there's a little nub that goes in the top. Just finagle it in there if you can, and then feed it through here so it looks like this. Right now it's being held by the pressure here, so that'll be fine. There's no movement on this, so and the reason why I'm showing you this now is clearly many people have been debated on my channel that if I spray paint this, wouldn't the paint flake off because it's a rubbery texture. Never thought of that, considering, yeah, I should have thought of the fact that this thing is going to be rubbery. I can panel line it, which is no big deal. It's changing the color aspect of this. Maybe it's not something I can do. That's why I'm going to test this later on. But we'll put this on for now and it can be easily removed. So this one's like that, and then we take this part here and then slide it up here like that, and that's complete right here. Then taking this part and put this to the side, we'll need this, followed by the other two umbilicals here, and put them on like this. Now that one we don't have to worry about moving, but this one we do. And we'll cover this up. We'll cover this in a few moments. You then slide these things through these holes here, so it looks like this. This will be coming up like that. That's normal, so we'll leave that alone for now. Now, the leg. This is the tricky part. Very tricky. Take this, put it in here. Actually, no, we'll need the other one because this one has this notch here. So take this, put this in here. There are guides You don't have to worry about not aligning this because there's a spacing there. So this will go in nice, but keep it open like that. Next, you take this. Now, there's the holes here where you can put this part here. And then carefully, if possible. You see, this one came off, so it's, again, this is one of these things that can be easy or it can annoy the crap out of you. To the point where you may want to glue it. There we go. So I'll slide that in and then close this here. Fudge. It had to come out. Did it? So that's there, and now it fell in. Good. So it's like that. Now you could push it in for now, because then you'll take this part here, which we assembled, slide this through this hole, and then align it here with this. So all this looks like that. However, once this is in, then you take this part and push it forward, or slide it forward. Once everything is all in place, you take the other side of the part of the leg and close it together. This can be tricky because I've had numerous problems putting it on, because for some odd reason it doesn't want to do it for me. And the reason why is this spacing here. Something is not hitting this properly, and you have to probably open and close it many times just to get it right. And this is going to be bothersome, and I'll explain that soon. Just want to see if I can get it right the first time. What is your problem? Why are you not going in properly? That goes there, that goes there, that goes there. Okay, so I finally got it closed in. Unfortunately, this part pops in. It doesn't pop out, and I don't know why. I can't tell if there's some sort of lever mechanism to push it forward. It has no indication of that. It says here to push it forward, then close it. But then it pushed back in when I accidentally closed it, so I'm going to open it up again. Try to push it forward again. Hopefully I can close it again. And do that. Now it closed, which was odd. There we go. Alright, so this took a little longer than normal, but it finally completed. Then we take this part here, the foot, the upper thigh, put this here, followed by this part here, and then here, this one to close it up, like so. Then we take this part, actually no, this one, slide this poly cap there, slide this one here, then this one goes like that. There's another part here which I gotta find. It's probably in the casing. Put this one here, and this one here. And then this one goes like this over here. And then we put the foot here. And that completes the legs of the Geara Doga. Now, summary. This is going to be a problem because then I got to remove them, paint them, and put them back again. That means I have to disassemble the entire leg part and then put it back on again once the umbilicals are done. I'm starting to see some issues here with this, and maybe the brass painting idea may not be working at this moment, or is not coming out to the plans I want to. But we're going to test it out, we're going to try it out and see where we go with this. And then if the painting of the brass works, fine, we'll do it. If it doesn't, it will be omitted. Alright, let's move on to the next part. So the next set of parts is going to be the waist unit, and very limited parts here, because as I was reviewing the manual, especially the part where it holds the umbilicals, the inner frame of the waist unit doesn't hold the umbilicals. As a matter of fact, if we review this right here, at certain stages of the waist build, the actual outside armor actually supports the umbilical for the waist, which is the one that turns. This is the one where many people were concerned with if I was going to do a if I was going to paint it, the brass. Once I'm done with this, I got to really test this out and see if this works, but we'll cover that soon. Alright, so for this part, this one requires this little polycap here. I was never a big fan of that weird swing polycap thing that I think it was on the Jesta, and I believe on the Sinanju. I don't know why they add that. Maybe because I know there's some flexibility and some movement, but rarely used it. So this one I think should be sufficient, except the fact that I think it's kind of too short. Well, whatever, we'll cover that soon. So as you see, we put that part there, and then we take this, and we take this, and we bring it on top of this. Oh, no, the other way. Like that. Then, again, this requires the part of one of the armor to actually support this here, so this cannot be placed onto this. I do believe that this one can be the side armor, which holds the clips. You can put these two on right like this, and then finally the front waist skirts can be put here and here. So that's basically the waist armor of the Geara Doga. Alright, let's assemble it and see what it looks like firsthand.